PvP on Abyssal City. This is a mirror match tournament. This shouldn't be good as gold. This should be good as mirrors. That's what we're seeing today. But that's all right because they're still great games. Now, I'm going to talk about some Abyssal City fun facts, because I don't think a lot of these folks have seen this map before. Alright, well, spawning on the right side of Abyssal Cities, guys, he's that guy, Dat Pink Protoss, it's DATHRALL.
And on the left side of our map, in the 9 o'clock position, he is the Protoss. I have seen someone name this man's chat in the chat window to win the whole thing. Can he come through here in the round of 3? It's enflikted. And Rifkin, the winner of this, gets a Logitech Gaming mouse.
I'm not. Is that this round? I'm not actually sure.
This is the round of 3.
Okay, well then. Good luck to both these players. Now, one thing I do want to comment, guys. You'll notice there's a big blue hue over this map, and you might be thinking, why does this map look like this? Are the streamers messing up? Has the quality gone down? No. This entire map is under freaking water, guys. This isn't a space battle. This is an underwater battle. And if you put the camera on me for a second, you guys can actually see there's some mining going on over here. There's a lot of coral kind of spread across the map. And there's actually, down here in the lower right corner of the map, quite a few space sharks. Or I guess, in this case, regular sharks, if you want to think about it like that. So, I mean, this is a cool map because there's also some dynamics where Terran units, for example, will, pause please while he drops the phone. Terran units, for example, float upwards instead of just dying in a horrible mess because, again, it's underwater.
Is that why that is?
Yeah, not a lot of people know that.
Oh!
I'm just glad that there's like dynamics like this in the map making.
Oh my gosh, I never knew that. I was always wondering, like, why does that just happen on these maps? But Rifkin, thank you for that knowledge bomb right there, man.
And looks like, I don't think he dropped the phone. I think he's just trying to give a bit of his own shout out. Give him some love, guys, on his Twitch channel. He is trying to play today in this gold tournament. But
Yes.
yeah, so I mean, PvP, we saw it go a little bit. I can only really describe it as scrappy last time. What happens this time?
Yeah, pretty scrappy. We have seen one PvP so far in this tournament, sponsored by Raptor.com. And as we mentioned before, there is a Logitech Gaming mouse on the line. Do you think we'll see some 4 gates for this mouse, or do you think these players will try to develop something different on here? I mean, this is probably not the most common map in the world to have gold players practicing on.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, this is you say 4 gating, but like it's really, as you said, rare to see a 4 gate versus 4 gate. But we also saw that it didn't really work out for either player. Like, there was about 3 different back and forths before the game actually went anywhere.
Yeah, it was. That is true. It is definitely something we want to note.
And looks like the one of the beta keys has been given away by our Dino Power representative for Raptor, Musashi, guys. Check your inboxes, check your Raptor accounts. You might just have a beta key.
Rifkin, there's a Nexus.
Yeah, this is Nexus first. This is really, really risky, but this might just play off on the fact that DATHRALL wasn't looking to be too aggressive. He doesn't have the 4 gates or another thing, and he might just, yeah, it looks like he will be going for his own Nexus in response. Now, guys, everyone needs to know this. Whether you're Gold or Masters, this Nexus, this early expansion, is so ballsy. And here's the reason why. This is 400 minerals you don't have to defend with. If our Pink Protoss player decided to come across the map with 4 gate, he would have 4 more Zealots, 3 more Stalkers, whatever more than enflikted, and enflikted would not be able to hold that off without pulling probes. So again, this Nexus is very risky. It's high risk, but very high reward. And DATHRALL, realizing, you know, he wasn't set up for a 4 gate, does respond by putting his own down. So this will work out in this particular matchup, but everyone who does play PvP needs to be aware that an early Nexus like this can be so easily punished by early pressure.
Well, speaking of early pressure, there's Stalker right in the face of enflikted here. And it's made its way all the way across the map. The Stalker for enflikted was actually not in a position to attack against this, but now we're going to see a little fight here.
If they both stay, they will actually die at the same time. No, now enflikted will lose this Stalker before DATHRALL does. And another Stalker joining the battle, and Doom, oh no, we may see our first kill here.
This is scary. This is a scary situation for Inflicted. He's only got a sentry here to defend, and the sentry in open water isn't really too effective. Ooh!
Open water, nice pun. I like it.
The force field didn't block off, and now the ramp is free reign. This is a huge dilemma here for Inflicted, and he's in trouble. The pylon.
Warp in 3 units. He needs to pull probes though. If he loses this pylon, he's gonna lose everything.
Oh my goodness, Rifkin.
Oh, and some zealots helping to box this in. One of these stalkers
nice.
caught by the probes. Beautiful surround by our red Protoss.
Okay.
Now, of course, one zealot can't really catch another stalker. It's a little unfortunate, and DATHRALL is bringing another one in.
I love it
but
from
guys, this is what I'm
DATHRALL.
talking about. He doesn't have the resources to just max units out to defend this, and Thrall donating one of the stalkers. Not paying attention entirely. A little unfortunate.
Yep, but he does have his Nexus up, and he does have a huge probe lead right now. A huge probe lead. In fact, he's got 8 more probes than his opponent.
35 to 27. That is going to make him sit pretty in. Even throwing down a Robo now, it doesn't matter how many Stalkers or Zealots you have. A Robo with an Immortal is going to cost so much damage.
Yep, and is he bringing the probe out here on the map with him? I'm very curious to see if he does want to actually continue the ongoing pressure. He did force these Zealots from Inflicted, so Inflicted Stalker count is suffering a little bit, but now just going to warp in 3 more Stalkers here. And Inflicted looks like he's opting just to go for this 3 gate with a Forge right now, so looking to go towards the upgrade route.
And congratulations, shout out to Sephiroth for winning your Hardest Worn Beta Key from Raptor.com, guys. Those beautiful giveaways presented by Raptor. So hopefully you guys can stick around, get some more. And I don't know what you do, but every time I read the name Sephiroth, I get that song, the Final Fantasy, like, there's nothing called Sephiroth. It's a terrible attempt at it.
I have no idea. I wish I knew.
I really wish I hadn't done it. YouTube the Sephiroth song, you'll know what I'm talking about. But we do have +1 started for Inflicted right now, and as we saw last time, Tech kind of beats out Mass.
It can, and there's actually 7 gates and a Robo from DATHRALL. So that is saying to me constant pressure will be coming once he feels comfortable enough with his probes. He's got huge saturation down here at the natural. The main is looking great as well. So this is actually this has been pretty crisp play out of DATHRALL. He's got 54 probes out on the map, increasing his stalker count right now. Would love to see a forward pylon out here, but he's going to get this observer over here and try to continue scouting his opponent. And like we mentioned before, beautiful thing to do.
Charge coming out for Zealots, guys, but we have a Robo Bay, and while Charge Zealots are good against Stalkers, they're not so good against Colossus.
They aren't. They are
and,
not.
Alternatively, we do have Blink from DATHRALL, and I gotta say, just looking at the way this build is coming into shape, if DATHRALL has like 3, maybe 4 sentries in his army, that charge is gonna be negated entirely.
We'll have to see what happens. Will he wait till he gets a Colossus to move out? Blink is being researched for DATHRALL, and Inflicted has added on a lot of gates in the main. A couple of observers over here for DATHRALL too, so he has really, really good vision of where his opponent is. Just not I don't know if he's certain that his opponent's out on the map in the middle out here. Yeah,
Inflicted positioned a little awkwardly because had Thrall come around through the southern part of the map and come up from the south of Inflicted's base, Inflicted would be so out of position. So I mean, you guys who are watching right now, you really can't posture your armies like this. It's a little risky without scouting. I mean, if there was an observer floating around the southern part of the map, or even a zealot to watch the other watchtower, this would be perfectly okay. But right now, Inflicted's army is asking to be punished.
Yep, and this is like the dance of the observers in the main. One goes down to the natural, the other evacuates the natural and goes to the top left, just trying to scout out to see if there's any hidden bases, any type of shenanigans going on out here. But yeah, as you mentioned, Inflicted's army is super vulnerable, and he could get moved down on very quickly.
Extended thermal lance and Colossus will be popping out momentarily, and there are those couple sentries I was talking about. This is all you need. Some good force fields. Zone out your opponent's zealots. Okay, you got charge. Big deal. I got walls.
Yep, and he does see the army of Inflicted here with his observer in the middle of the map. I think he knows what's up.
I think he might. But yeah, so the Colossus does arrive on the field, and of course that high ground advantage, being able to walk up and down, will help deal with the zealots. All he has to look out for are the stalkers of his opponent who do not have blink. So I mean, right now, Just speaking, DATHRALL in a huge face-on engagement will win the battle. Oh, look at this! He is going to move through the southern part of the map, and enflikted doesn't see it coming. Just a little too late. Finds that probe and repositions his army. Of course, DATHRALL has the observer. He knows what's going on.
enflikted did see the Colossus swipe with the Zealot that moved across there, and he is smartly retreating back to his natural here. One thing I want to note for enflikted is that he isn't using all of his Chrono Boost. If he were to do so on his Warp Gates, he would have a lot more units than he actually has right now. And looking at his bank, he's got a lot of minerals and a lot of gas.
We have enflikted going for a third in a very unconventional location. This is the like 4th/5th base location to go this far up north. Really risky, but there's no reason for the DATHRALL to scout it, as well as a warp prism. And if he can warp in some zealots into the main of DATHRALL, he has nothing at home to defend with. His army, his supply, everything has been dedicated to this death ball in the middle of the map.
+2 is started for enflikted, but almost 3/4 of the way done for DATHRALL, and he has one Colossus at home that's just standing here. It would be nice to see that joined up with the army, but it's interesting that DATHRALL actually scouted out that upper third area, obscure third area earlier in the game, so I wonder if he knows something that we don't.
Yeah, he hit the observer up there, but I think that's just kind of him moving around. But look at this warp prism doing. It is completely getting around any chance of vision that DATHRALL had. And he's got some nice pylons positioned. He's got enough supply that he can warp in at home, but look at this. This is Gold League play right here. This is why I love Gold Leaguers. We've got a ring of cannons coming down, but they're on the wrong half of the base.
Oh no. Well, he does have some in the natural though too.
Well, actually, he's got 2 Colossus at home. They haven't been rallied with the rest of his army, so DATHRALL will have no problem squashing some aggression.
Yep. And he does actually have cannons at the top there of the natural as well, so he should be okay.
I would like to take a moment to point out that both these players have taken bases that are not conventionally your third. But again, this is what you get when you haven't played this map before. It's not something that's in the ladder pool, and people aren't used to it, so they maybe don't know where the base locations are. But these bases are very exposed and very dangerous. And oh my god, there's so many space sharks on this map. Like seriously.
Yeah, they're huge too. They're huge and scary, man. They
like
just
in the middle
like
of the map,
fly
there's
out.
like schools of fish, another shark.
Scantipedes.
Where's the space dolphin, man?
How come I can't look at the vision of the scantipede? It's gotta be a lonely life for the scantipedes.
Maybe they see everything, dude.
Who knows? Darkshrine and Templar Archive going down here for DATHRALL. So moving to the all-encompassing tech for
look at this.
his trees.
This observer is going to the base. He's gonna see it, and he's got half of his army split up here.
Yeah, he's ready to make a move.
Yeah, his army was split across the map. I think he wanted to go for a 2-pronged attack, but luckily he did scout that third.
We're gonna see an engagement.
He's getting caught off guard. Archons are joining the army. Archons are way better than Colossi. Or, well, maybe they won't be. We'll see what happens. Of course, there's no blink on enflikted stalkers, and that's going to hurt him against 4 Colossus.
The Colossus tech is just going to prove to be too much in this engagement. Huge concave with the stalkers there. Enflikted supply plummets so far. The nice blink up there. DATHRALL is playing so impressive right now in this game, Rifkin.
Does not have the gateways. There's the GG.